In the pitching motion, a strong load to initial launch would include using the ground to push off and drive energy up through the hips, which ultimately would allow for rotation of the hips. But it's also important to know that the chest has to work as a different segment than the pelvis. If the chest rotates as much or more than the pelvis by the time the arm extends to the target, what happens is that this will impact the direction of the arm path. So in this picture, let's look at her upper arm. We're looking at an aerial view. Her upper arm, if she didn't bend her elbow, would put the ball way out here in space, really off in alignment compared to where the target is. Sometimes this will actually happen with pitchers, but oftentimes their strategy to avoid getting out of alignment is to bend this elbow in order to keep the ball, which is here at the hand, in alignment with the target. If the trunk over rotates in this phase, or if the chest is driving that rotation and it leads to elbow bend, this is something that impacts the remainder of the motion. Let's switch to a side view now. The same pitcher, you can see that elbow bend as she got into the launch. Remember, it was related to having too much rotation at the chest. And now as she works overhead, as she drives into layback, she'll be stuck in that elbow flexion, which is something we often see. Too much elbow flexion impacts how much energy can get out of the arm, how much variability can be produced. And so it's important to understand where it's coming from